Yo les potes, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle vidéo avec le résumé de la deuxième journée de la Esports World Cup sur Apex Legends. Alors est-ce que Alliance va mettre l'Europe sur le toit du monde? Est-ce que TSM va s'en sortir sur son leader Partie chez la team Falcons? Ou est-ce que It's va détruire le lobby? C'est ce que vous allez voir dans un instant avec le résumé des 10 games de la journée.
Nobody is safe where they currently are located inside this next zone as Hackers gets a knock with that longbow.
Yeah, it's Alliance and North Epsilon who have the priority positions here. They have the height, they have the zone winning idea at the moment, but if someone does decide to push them, there is a chance you can kind of rip that position away from them. So you need to be on your toes, you need to be prepared for a possible push, and that's why you're seeing both Alliance and North Epsilon just back off as a full three now. They are not spreading out as thin, they don't want to be caught off guard and give other teams a chance to get in.
I mean, when you look at the position of Alliance in that building as well, you've got Na'Vi, Howl, you've got DMS in front of them. You know, having that longbow in your hands is going to be pretty good for those teams are going to have to fight. And you might have had a third few of those fights, pick up a couple of those kills, and then think about what your next play is going to be. But North Epsilon, this was the team who have had priority for the majority of this game on what position they have wanted to play. They're still on this platform, they're still holding it down, but being there early means the shields aren't as good as SSG, as SSG look to move up.
SSG definitely have the shield advantage. The zone will force them in, and you can see the ult started to come out as well. They need the damage to go up here, though. They can't just go in blind because they don't really know where North Epsilon are holding in certain angles.
How eliminated in the meantime. Phony gets the first knock, and that is the opening. Now for SSG to move forward, but the exchange of knocks will follow almost immediately. Na'Vi have been eliminated while this fight continues, and now you're seeing maybe a couple of third parties start to engage in this fight. Phony's left on his own.
Phony left on his own. DMS, they arrived and they changed things, but maybe Phony can get away. No, he cannot. So it is DMS who come in to clean things up, but North Epsilon also survived. 3 squads remain. Alliance are the healthiest, though. We said they were in one of the best positions, and they've got full red here. They should be able to clean things up.
North Epsilon down to a 2, and might be down to a 1 in just a few moments' time as well. They get the knock, should get the knock, and here comes the zipline from Alliance, and you mentioned it, the Pathfinder gives them the ability to engage in this fight, to clean up these final pieces. Alliance will be your champions here in game number 1.
And how many times have we said that sentence in Apex Legends history? It's group stages, it's Alliance, it's a game 1 victory, and they look in fine form as expected.
Carrying each other, maybe with some help from Alliance, and then they can survive long enough to take that fight a little bit later. TSM in a good spot for zone, but as you can see on your screen, at some point they have to go through this gate.
TSM being the only team on that side of the gate is a blessing, because all the other 3 teams have to shoot each other. They have to focus each other. It's just going to be a case of who can play the waiting game here? Who is the most patient? Are Virtus Pro going to send it towards North Epsilon as a desperate attempt, for example? TSM just need to kind of wait this one out and see what happens on the other side.
Zone is going to be what dictates the next part of this game. As now the zone will start to close. The countdown begins and the teams will be forced together.
Yeah, I think that we're going to see Virtus Pro and North Epsilon kind of try and get some damage onto the likes of TSM and Alliance, but Ultimates could make a big difference here as well, to force teams away from one another, or maybe try and manipulate the map in your favor. That's what Alliance are trying to do right now. But you can see Catwall comes out to give a little bit of cover, and maybe North Epsilon could use this.
Well, Alliance trying to use the Smoky Boy Wombo combo balloon extravaganza to get the hacks that they need to get the information on where everybody is in this zone. And now they see the opportunity maybe to swing down and get some kills on North Epsilon, who are trapped down on that low ground. Unlucky's going to find 2 himself. He wants all 3, and Alliance will pick up all 3. North Epsilon are gone.
Well, now TSM looking towards Virtus Pro, who were able to use that catwall to escape, but Alliance also have to be worried about TSM as well. And for TSM, they want this fight to happen. They need this fight to happen.
Well, Alliance, they won game number 1, and they're looking for points. Points is all they care about at the moment, and maybe they're playing for second place. Unlucky, down to barely any shields. Effect will have to watch on his back for now as Hackers swings up to try and finish off the final members.
This should be a TSM game. They've got all the pieces to the puzzle, but can you put them together?
Reps will go in and find one onto Unlucky. Swing is now coming in from the final players. 1 member of VP still alive, if I'm not mistaken. Shots come in with a triple take. Surely the moment is here for TSM. And the moment arrives just at the right time. TSM will be your winners here in game number 2.
No less of this guy. Yeah, watch out. I'm just holding cracks. I got hostile right here. Watch out, I can move you. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm only holding cracks. They see yeah. I'm batting, okay? Play outside it. Balloon left, watch left, like a hack. Okay. They're buffing and knock down, like a hack. I'm like, I'm breaking jump. Cue that. Yeah. He's going down. Tunnel! He's one. All you guys. Yeah. Okay, what's that? What's that? Last one. Yeah. He's here. Careful tunnel. Where's the clip? He dead. Okay. That's so solo still. Watch that tunnel hackers. Watch that. Yeah, I'm watching that door. I'm watching both. I'm gonna pick tunnel hackers, okay? I'm picking tunnel. Yeah. Can't really watch that. I'm back. Okay,
Alliance, textbook in the way they held the space behind them there, making sure Hackers is on the back line, keeping out those teams at tunnel while they start working on the teams in front of them. Not necessarily a lot of KP going their way, but they have managed to make a lot of space, and it will very much come in handy in the next zone.
All while Riddle Order was able to get a res when they were pinned between 2 to 3 other teams. Let's not forget, Alliance had them in their line of sight, and Waltzy has been a menace north of this respawn beacon right in front of Alliance. They're playing by the edge of the southern part of the zone, and currently after losing effect, Hockeys from afar with the Nemesis. Riddle Order do get eliminated after trying to get that res, and Mizuchi are taking advantage of the crates in front of them by the respawn beacon, so that way they can actually take advantage of this to get out of the line of sight of heroes that still have to come out from the corner of that building, because this circle is pulling away from them. SSG, Phony, only 1 year to try to wrap around, but they immediately get eliminated here. LGD, you heard Alliance in the comms. Where's this crypto drone? It was LGD flying around them the whole time.
Zip lines flying everywhere. It's not just the drones. All around this final circle here. Alliance still alive with 2. Unfortunately, an ill-timed face check from Effect means he goes down to Mizuchi, who are looking very good on the south side of this zone now. Looks like they're getting into it with LGD. Oh my god, everyone else is just focusing on the other teams right now. Does this mean the duo of Alliance could actually walk away with this?
No
Sure
way.
not.
No way. And as a duo, last 2 spots here, Alliance versus Mizuchi. Trying to back away here. It's just Timmy and Walty. Walty's away though. He cannot help Timmy. He's bumping the shield back. Nice reposition here from Timmy. He's got the high ground now. Playing around from the other side. Mizuchi! The water deities themselves taking the game.
Worry about what's going on down south. TOIT, however, they're right on this end zone. They can actually wait a long time if they want to.
No way. Their toes sticking out as the ring closes out on the other side of them. EXO were suppressing them from the low ground. Na'Vi on the other side. Talk about having to work with as a duo. Na'Vi, another one, kind of the last one alive. Yuka F also on the roof, trying to see if he can finish off the last member of Na'Vi before maybe wondering if he has to play behind the snuck or if he can get this res after popping his shield back.
Just trying to make a difference as the last one alive. A point or 2 would be good here. As we can see, it doesn't look like TOIT have come up the zip line just yet. Mizuchi will try and take the high ground. TOIT, you got to remember, they're the only team left alive right now that have a crypto, which means that even though they're down the bottom, they should have perfect information on all the teams above. They should know when is exactly the right time to pop up and make their move.
That's so true here too, but you also have Guild alive, and he waited to use that Seer ult. Love this third-person view while they hold on to the high ground. They also have to look behind them. You mentioned, when is TOIT going to pop up? Well, they're looking for an opportunity. They're stuck on the low ground axis, taking a lot of damage right there too. The final round is slowly closing in. Guild, the landing on top of the mother load.
They might have missed their opportunity. Now that the zone goes over where that zip line is, they either have to play for second or they have to take so much damage trying to come up that zip against Mizuchi.
There's no way, but EXO have now moved up on top of the rocks. They see the opportunity. Mizuchi get eliminated, and this is EXO's game. What they actually, TOIT has managed to escape amidst this fight. They have been able to move up, but they obviously cannot reset with a medkit just yet, with EXO jumping down from their heads.
EXO will take it in the end. TOIT guarantee themselves a second place by holding down the bottom of the tunnel, but just can't find that perfect timing to pop out. The other teams...
Elevate's still the only solo left in this lobby with Fnatic.
Damn.
No check in hand, seeing if they get a little cheeky angle here on the platform.
Yeah, takes 75 zone damage just to chuck those arrows in.
And look at the fact that he's got 23 energy ammo in the reserve. Fnatic has been here from the very beginning. That's also denied them the opportunity to get any extra loot. That's why they wanted to fully send it onto Elevate Fleet earlier to prevent them on their rotate initially, but they couldn't get the last solo.
Yeah, look, he might be getting the shatter caps out soon with that that small amount of energy left in the chamber. Of course, Fnatic, as we said, yeah, they've just been sitting up there for quite some time, and it looks like they haven't got some of the resupply death boxes perhaps that they needed. Anyway, down to 5 squads now. Lobby Rats, JMW, and Zach Mazer still in the play. Well, okay, JMW is going to go down, but yeah, as we can note there, Elevate have had a great game, and maybe there's even some more placement points left in this for them.
4 squads left. Elevate finally get taken out. The Exterminator has been called in from Leica. EXO playing up the low ground. That's why fighting for this spot was so important from the beginning. But with Fnatic being on the high ground, you see the evac tower in front of them. They're going to have to start moving eventually, taking an off angle to make sure that they're just not sitting ducks in front of EXO.
They've got the information from the Fuse ultimate, but do they have the bullets left to even put this team down? Fnatic have converted this home zone to get into the top 9. The one clip that Leica has left doing some work.
Got 3 arrows, 2 in the boat check. Last 2 spots left. EXO get eliminated now. It's Na'Vi versus Fnatic. Fnatic, when they needed it most, get the dub. They were sitting in 17th before that win, and that is.
But they have to be extremely aware of the utility available for the teams above and around them. But first port of call for them is just got to be survived to get that opportunity.
Well, interestingly, because there's the pipes, the bridge, as it were, that's above Alliance, Weibo are trying to kind of suss things out a little bit, sniff things, and see if they can maybe find anyone below them. But Alliance are playing this one very carefully. You mentioned survive, stay out of any vision, don't give anything away, don't give anyone a reason to drop on you early, and try and encourage these fights to happen elsewhere.
Weibo looking for some angles right now. The scout in the hands of Bobo. A couple of things coming in just to give information where he believes the other teams are located. Blacklist International, by the way, they're inside of the building on the bottom floor at the moment. That's another worry for Alliance. NRG helping them out, though. You can see the gen is down for Blacklist inside. NRG are kind of holding them, knowing that they're going to have to leave at some point, but they don't have to leave for quite some time here.
By the way, Weibo were 8 points behind 19th place. Now they're 6 points ahead of 20th place. That's how this changed everything for this game. But now Blacklist International are going to push and will get the opening knock against NRG.
NRG now just needs to survive. Fun will be taken down. A little bit of a blind fire through the smoke is going to hit something. Bodies or not, they're not going to be too bothered. Now the attention turns to Alliance, who are trying to creep up and get angles behind them. Great job from Hyaka to make sure they're not caught off guard. NRG eliminated. We're down to our top 3.
Weibo still haven't dropped, but now you can see evac tower starting to be dropped down as well, just to create a little bit of a distraction here, as Weibo are looking and saying, is anyone going to join us up here? We don't think so. They can be the last to drop. They will be the only team to drop at this point, and I'm interested to see what the play is here.
Smoke the balloon. Use that fuse ult. Use the mother load to get that information that they need. You would imagine with the knuckle clusters that are available, they're going to be able to tick some damage on those players down in the low ground, and it's going to be the 2 teams who fight before they drop and get involved. Effect left on his own. Blacklist International trying to challenge. He's trying to secure some more KP, but here come Weibo, and this has been their moment to wait for. They've been looking for points so desperately, having been at the bottom of the leaderboards. And that win changes their fortunes. They move up from bottom of the pile to have a chance of survival.
By both of them, if there's an angle from the doorway of the building they hold.
Well, Elevate Bleed, who are on top of the building now, and they're trying to avoid a little bit of damage, and not only planning their next rotate, but what a big game this is for them. They're currently sat in 10th place. If Crusader was to finish right now, they would not qualify for those finals. They would go through to the LCQ. But having your fate in your own hands in these kind of situations and these kind of games, Dan, these are the ones you need to make the most of.
The thing is, starting this game, Elevate believe we're in 7th. They've dropped down 3 positions as Virtus Pro will be eliminated. Elevate dropped down 3 positions because of performances like this from Weibo. Weibo now, by the way, up into the top 5. Another win here, and that might just have them within touching distance of the grand finals.
Jackie Chan looking to do some moves on the main stage here in Riyadh. They're going to chop down the competition at the moment as we have just 3 squads remaining. And Weibo Gaming are in position to win this one as well. The other two teams, DMS and Elevate Bleed, are stacked up on top of each other.
Yeah, I like the spots that Weibo are taking up here. They're spreading themselves out a little bit and taking angles to watch the exits from both DMS and Elevate. Now, Elevate do have an easier exit, of course, because there's a lot more open space, but they are also more vulnerable from the initial shot. So it's going to come down to where Weibo focus, and if DMS have the ability to maybe disrupt them with an ultimate, for example. If a bang ult comes down, that could really change things for Elevate here. They don't have a Watson.
Yeah, no Watson at all. No interception pylon down either. It's going to be a battle of the Bangalore ults by the looks of things. Zach Mason takes some damage from that charged Sentinel, so he's going to have to take just a second here to pop that battery before they plan their next move. But Weibo Gaming, this is a chance you don't get too often in any competitive situation to go back-to-back. But Elevate, they've swung out here. They're looking to play this truck.
Remember, no team has actually won 2 games so far in this lobby. It's been a different winner every time. Can Weibo change that? The answer might be no, because Borin's gone down. Elevate have been able to swing out, and suddenly now Weibo are at 2.
DMS also swinging out of the building. Smokes are going to go down. Bangalore ults all around as well. Not going to be able to get Borin back up on his feet. He's turned into a death box, and now Elevate are trying to swing on this, trying to take even more space.
Trying to, but DMS are putting down fire onto Elevate Bleed. The exhibits have arrived, so now all that info's there, and Elevate want to take down Weibo, but they're being peppered from a distance.
Shots come in from Lou, and Lou gets 2. Can he get the armor swap, though? That's the question. Are they going to be able to clutch up here, or is it just opening the door for DMS to sweep in? Ozus gets the first knock. Lou will go down, and DMS will be your champions here, and again, a team who was down at the bottom of the leaderboards now jumps up into 11. Recently, stepping in for Passion UA, we send our love to those boys, of course, at any opportunity. Nocturnal as a solo as well here for NRG, swings down onto the low ground, smokes himself out to try and survive. There's a lot of solos and duos available, or should I say surviving in this lobby at the moment. Nocturnal's one of them.
Keep an eye on that kill feed. It's about to go off. An action about to unfold. TSM will be eliminated in 12th place. A great effort from Zap, but they finally will fall as now 11 squads are left. There is not much playable space down where the ring is going, by the way. So these buildings, if you can hold on to them, hold on for as long as possible as Heroes go down in 11th.
Final player taken down by Fnatic. Yuka's taken a little bit of time to craft the battery. We've seen that go badly, but luckily it only takes about half a second to craft them these days. Nocturnal still alive as a solo, by the way. Smoking himself out. Tiptoeing across the top, and it's given me a throwback to when this man was dancing on a lamppost in the Pro League. He knows how to get it done as a solo, but this time the ask is too much. Too many eyes on him.
The zone is about to force all these teams outside of the building, though. Na'Vi also fall, as to Mizuchi. They cannot rescue Timmy and get a top 5 finish, but now this is a chance for DMS to try and replicate what they did in the previous game. Can they go back-to-back and push themselves into the top 9 here?
Great shots coming in from Ozus. It's going to be Alliance eliminated alongside Riddle Order, who got into the top 6, so craziness continues to happen as we see the Acrobat start to perform here on the zip lines. Ozus, last player alive now for DMS. Fnatic still alive, still picking up kills. Satsuki going to be that player who manages to find one. VP, Pricey, still alive alongside 2 of his teammates as well. The Fnatic will be eliminated in the meantime, and don't forget about Ozus. Exoclan have gone as well.
So much damage from Ozus, trying to keep them alive here for DMS, but it will fall down to 2 squads. And LGD look to have done it here, but there is still a job to do, and it might not be as easy as they first thought.
Feiji might not be able to climb here, he might not be able to climb here in the zone is going to be the victor, but it's enough. The damage was already done. And my goodness.
Circle away from most other teams apart from a potential Blacklist international incursion. I think that'll allow them to start bullying some other teams, drawing those knuckle clusters out and keeping them at bay. Nocturnal, he's playing big. It's just him up there, and maybe they wouldn't have noticed that up until now, where you can see the Mortar Flare is detecting him. That won't stop him from getting the finish on the tie now.
Are you kidding me? Every crumb is something that Nock needs right now for the rest of NRG. With 44 points after getting that finisher, Blacklist going down has allowed him to also get placement points, 5 squads left. And the fact that nobody can get to where Nock is right now too. Dragons are still playing from inside. He has the evac, he takes it, but he can't get away. NRG finally get eliminated, but that was crazy effort from Nocturnal.
He pushes them up to 45 points. That is within striking distance for the next game. Blacklist International, their job done, 62 points now.
EXO now move in. It's going to be a 3v3 between EXO and Elevate. Remember, XR sitting in second place. Elevate right behind them. Nice crack coming in. Feudal, though, gets taken out. Slayers also very low. Case Swinny out of the fight to pop this shield bat. They're trying to play around the crates right now, but also trying to get out of their line of sight. You can see the pings coming in.
Knuckle Cluster goes through the smoke, hoping to find some ticks, and that does give him the information on where the opponents are. EXO looks to close the net once again.
Give him another one here with only one left from Elevate, one left from EXO. Can they clutch it out? No, Elevate with an insane game. Fighting for survival from the armory into that circle, into taking out EXO, the pop-off. Get a knock on here on the other side. Now looking at how still 3 men still alive, but are trying to avoid Dragon's Esports gaze.
Nocturnal goes down though. And he's been finished as well. It's up to Fun. It's up to Fun and it's up to Reptar. 49 points now.
They calling him Obi. Can they make this happen? Dragon's about to ruin Anarchy's dreams unless this duo can make magic happen. They trade it off though. Reptar, Anarchy get eliminated. They cannot do it by 1 point. That 1 point they cannot. Hal is still alive though. Dragons with the overcommitment. And Blacklist, who tackled a solo that was alive, also goes down.
Oh my god, but Dragons have been hunting down so many other teams. They've been pushing for every point they can. That we might have both South American teams in the finals on Sunday.
South America showing up. They're gonna get the reset, they're gonna get the res, but Mizuchi is still taking this fight versus Hal.
3 teams left alive now. I don't know if it's possible for Hal. There are still some points left on the table, but getting up into 9th would be a massive effort for this team, especially when you've got Mizuchi on the other side.
So much pressure here, especially as well that Dragons have now made their way to try to third party this without trying to overcommit. Hal has lost out on 2, only 1 still alive. Dragons have rolled in. Can they capitalize after Mizuchi have taken out Hal?
Hal don't make it. Dragons already with 11 kills to their name. They want to finish off on a high. They want to win.
From not qualifying to now putting themselves in 7th with 58 points. And look at their Evil Shield diff between themselves and Mizuchi, who have been inside this building from the very beginning.
They've held it down, and as you say, sitting tight has not allowed them to have the better armor in this situation. So Dragons are the ones to make the move, and Dragons are the ones to win match 10.
I don't know who keeps giving these to you. All jokes aside, man, but it's great to see Alliance and Amir represent